Right, our door's been resting and it's certainly more than doubled in size what I would expect it would. It's been left slightly longer than it probably should have, but it's fine. So yeah, that's all ready to take out now. In preparation, I have took a large tray and just put a bit of parchment on there, and I've floured it. The flouring basically is mainly for when we come to the end and taking them off. So it does make it a lot easier to kind of pull the flour paper from underneath the buns and to let them go on a wire rack to cool. It's always best to cool on a wire rack, then kind of any steam escapes and it doesn't sit in its own steam and basically get soft and soggy. The other thing I've done is preparation. I've got my scales there, but I've also put just a tad of olive oil on there, and you think, well, that's a daft thing to do, isn't it? Well, because this is potentially going to be sticky, the dough, I thought it's best, and it just makes it easy so it's not sticking to the scales. So without further ado, I'm just going to give it a very light flour just on the top, just very light while I turn this out. Like I said, we've oiled the bowl. But what I really want to do is to know how much dough there is. Now I could work it out by exactly how much I've added, etc, etc. But I wasn't that clever really. I could have done that. But anyway, let's do it this way. The only other thing as well, if there's been slight inaccuracies or there's a bit of dough left in the bowl or whatever, we can kind of get around it that way. So I'm just going to weigh the empty bowl, and I'm going to kind of shape this into a bit of a ball to start with, and then bearing in mind I put flour on so the non-sticky side is on the bottom because I flour the bottom, which would kind of make it easier. So let's do it that way, shall we? Let's do it the easy way rather than the hard way. Right, there we go, and that's feeling okay. Let's get that in there. So 1035. So let's. If you want to mute your Alexas, you can, because I always set them off. Alexa, what's 1035 divided by 12?
1035 divided by 12 is 86.25.
86, there we go. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go for 85 gram balls. If there's a tad left, it's fine. It just makes it easy for me to remember, that's all. I mean, I'd normally divide it by 86, but sometimes with sticky dough you can find you end up with a little bit stuck to the top and stuff. So let's go with 85. So to make it easy, I'm going to kind of cut it in a few little lumps to start with and reform them. But up to now it doesn't feel too bad. It really doesn't feel too bad, to be fair. So there we go. All I'm doing is, like I say, you can use your scraper if you want. All I'm doing is reforming little balls. Just then I can split each one down. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. So 85 we say. So we want 12 bits, and I've got me tin ready, probably in the wrong place. I'll tell you what, I'm going to move things so it's a little bit better for me. Put my tin over there. I'm going to form the balls first, and the reason I'm forming the balls because we kind of want to make them rounds, and then we're going to roll them into little sausages. So 85, and I think let's have a little go. 82, not bad, that's not bad. What you do is you kind of get used to a little bit of what's going to be a gram. I mean, that was 86, 85 there. 86 would have been fine because we've kind of, and all I'm going to do is, as I'm doing it, I'm going to form a rough ball, and there's my little ball, and I'm going to put them to one side. So the next one, 85 grams, that's going to be a bit bigger. 84 grams, I was wrong, it was nearly bang on. 85 grams, there we go. Same thing again, just going to form a ball. You just form a little cage around it and roll like that. And what sometimes you find as you do that, it's one of those funny feelings that you go on that way and it feels as though the door's going in the opposite direction in your hand, a bit like, patting your head and rubbing your tummy at the same time. Right, 69, let's have a touch more on there, and we're going to get 12 out of this. 84 and That's a gram, I know that's a gram. And again, just the same thing, form our little balls. Sometimes I've had with this dough, you know, where it's been really sticky to handle, and obviously that's probably the measurements haven't been accurate or whatever, or there's been more egg than I've anticipated. That's why, to be fair, and what I should have done is to weigh the egg. I mean, I did, to be fair, but to get everything precise every time, you say 2 eggs. They are medium eggs, by the way, because that does make a difference. It's like to say, you talk about 75 grams of, you probably can't see what I'm doing there. My balls are just sitting kind of there. It's, if you can see, not like it matters. All that matters is what I'm doing with the rolling. And let's just get through it. 85, blood on, hey, we're getting good at this. Hey, you'd think I've done this before. Well, I've done it a couple of times. Same again, let's get the next one on. 81 and a touch more. That's going to be too much. That'll be about right. Oh, 87. He says a bit right. Too much. 87 still. Come on. 85. There we go. I don't know if you can see them scales. I never know with this camera. To be fair, I'm looking and thinking, what can they see and what can't they see? It's not always apparent, but we'll keep going. Like I say, I could have paused it. 85. Hey, look at that. I could have paused it, yeah, and made you less bored, but you know, why not? I've got to go through this pain. I've got to go through this, so there we go. That's going to be too much. 93. I knew that was going to be too much. 79. Oh, I'll try the small bit. 87. Oh, we're going back over. 84. We're going back over now. That'll be fine. There we go. So how many have we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. Try that one first. 72, a bit more. 70. Try all. 85. Hey, perfect. We're getting a groove now. We're getting the groove going. And the little roll of the ball, and we're all good. We're getting there. Next one. 76 and a touch more. There we go. 92. Well, way too much there. 84. 84, and that bit will be 85. There we go. There'll be a touch left. Like I say, I'm expecting there probably be, if it was 86, it should be 12 grams left. We'll see. We'll see how good our weighing's been. But like I say, when it says 85 or 86 on there, it could be anywhere in between. I'm sure it rounds it up. But why did I do that before I even say? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm rolling the ball before I've weighed it. See, it gets to you, this kitchen, you know. You spend long enough in here, you start talking to cameras, yeah. Chasing the family out while you go and make videos, honestly. I tell them not to disturb me. I say, I'm making a video. Don't be disturbing me in there. No. Right, let's have the last one, I think. Should be 69. That'll be way too much. 84, 85, 85, yeah, brilliant. So let's see what we've got left then, see what it is. Hey, how all that then? 12 grams. Hey, look at that. I'm proud of that. I should make that into a mini one, shouldn't I? Right, there we go. So that's that done. So let's get rid of the scales, make a bit of space and get sorted what we're doing. And literally all we're doing now, I'll get rid of that bit of dough as well. All we're doing is we're going to roll these into little sausage shapes. Now, I'm going to see if I can do it without any flour, because that's what I prefer to do. What you find is when you start, I do add a little bit of flour when I'm shaping, if need be. But the downside of that is when you start rolling things, they can skid around a little bit if there's too much flour. So that's one of the downsides. So you've got to just use enough. The other option, you could possibly use a little bit of oil, but again, that starts skidding. So ideally, if we get the dough right, and even like walk away for 10 minutes, just let it kind of dry off a bit, the surface. But let's see how we go. And I'm thinking there, it's just a tad sticky to roll. So I'm just going to give it the smallest smidgen of flour, and let's just go with that one. And that's looking all right. So that's all we want. That's about, I don't know, what, It's about 12 centimeters or something like that. And you might not see, I'll move this over here, I'll probably have to, if you can see. And I'm just going to kind of shape them. So I'm going to do 2 rows of 6 on there, 2 rows of 6 down there. And I've got it floured, so if I need to move things, I can move it. But I tell you what, you're not going to see it there anyway. You're probably not going to see it there. I'll move it as I'm doing it. But you'll see one by one, and let's get into a groove. So there's another one. Let's do it as though we mean to do it there. Because I know what you're thinking. He's going on again, he's waffling on. Had a flower there. He always uses his scraper as well, just as a kind of a get out of jail one. But that's all right. And we want them about a centimetre apart. So essentially, what that's gone fat on one end. That it's not good. I like things to be even. I know it's a bit pedantic, but at the end of the day, if, like I say, you go in to the extreme with. Well, it's not an extreme, but you go into the effort with dough, which it's a lot about time, isn't it? You're waiting about for this and that. So you think, if I've waited about all day, well, not all day, but if I've waited hours to do something, why not? And I'm only doing it with one hand, do it with 2 hands, do it however you like. Just, it's not hard, we just kind of roll it, letting the hand just kind of come into contact with it and rolling, and as we roll, it forms its own little shape, which is good. And if it looks a little bit longer than the other one, I'll try to move. If it looks a little bit longer, all I would do is kind of push it in a little bit. Or if the one looks a little bit shorter, let's just, you're in control. You just make it look kind of as even as you can, and that's all good. So let's crack on. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. I know I'm waffling a bit, like, well, it's just my thing, isn't it, I suppose. Next one on there, let's crack on. And then I'll show you the end, and that's that. So yeah, what I'm going to do, you can, if you want, leave them in rounds, and you have your Devon splits, which I think they're called. Or what I'm going to do is make the finger bun. We don't like the ice ones with a bit of icing on there. But like everyone's on all these little diets and stuff at the minute, which is a bad thing for me, really, isn't it? As a cook, I'll start cooking healthy, so can't be doing that, honestly. Anyway, I won't tell them. I won't tell them what's in it. That's why I've never baked, actually, for many years, because I always think baking's always one of those things, isn't it? It's kind of the most unhealthy. Well, it's not so much bread, but you know, when you're talking about cakes, it's all flour, butter, sugar, eggs, all the rich things. But it tastes nice though, I'm guessing. But yeah, for a long time I didn't really eat any of them because don't wash my finger, don't I? Not watching it very well. Anyway, let's crack on with this. Let's crack on. There we go. Last one, and we're nearly there. We're nearly there. There we go. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. It's not perfect by any means, but all I'm doing is I'm kind of just shaping everything, just moving it around, just so it looks a little bit neat. Let's say if anything's a little bit fat one end or not quite thing the other end, just give it a little squeeze, just get a little reshape, stretch it a little bit, and that's fine, and we're all good. Last thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to over the top with a bit of flour, because this can be sticky, but it's behaved itself today, which is good. Because like I say, if you start and you end up getting frustrated with as you're making dough and stuff like that, what you tend to find is you end up making more of a mess, and it's counterproductive. So if you can walk away and let it just do its own thing and let it just kind of dry off a bit, make it a lot easier to work with, it benefits everybody, benefits you, benefits the dough, and you end up with a better result at the end. So there we are, 12 buns rolled out, ready to rock, well, we've rocked and rolled, haven't we, with the first lot. They're going to prove, this is the proven part, they're going to double in size. And we're going to bake them for about 10 to 12 minutes. I'm going to bake them on a slightly lower temperature, and part of the reason being, that's my daughter, I'll forward back. Part of the reason being, I don't like things to be too dark on the top, so that's the reason for that. But anyway, we're done. They're done. Let them proof. We'll come back, have a look, get them in the oven, and then jobs are cooking. So there, another job done. That's ticked off. I've made my bloomers. They're resting somewhere. I've made my baguettes. They're ready to go in the oven shortly. So yeah, it's all go. It's all looking good. But we kind of up there. All the doors done now. So we're up to the baking stage with the rest of them. So anyway, that's it for now. So we'll catch up soon. So take care for now. Bye for now.